like to welcome everyone to Sunday Satsang, February 12th, in 2023, Radha Kunda. And the format is questions and answers. Shayananda, any questions?
Maybe.
Good, very good.
I don't have so much.
Questions? What's up? Vasananaji. They said you need a chair. Get some chairs. Hey, go to the brown chair and get some chairs. You have a chair? Okay. I have a chair. Right.
So Maharaj, Sadhu Maharaj always pay Dandavat Pranam to you.
Thank you.
Also many Italian devotees, other devotees also pay Dandavat to you.
Thank you.
We also pay Dandavat.
Thank you. Thank you. Jaya Jaya. So many questions, very many intelligent, beautiful devotees here. And if you don't have any questions, let's do kirtan. That's what we can do beautifully together, kirtan. But if you have some questions, we can try to answer those questions and improve our attachment and faith in Krishna. That's the idea of satsang.
So Maharaj, I have a question.
Yes.
Generally speaking, Panchatattva, Advaita Acharya is incarnation of a Mahavishnu, sometimes Sadasiva. Or it's kind of, you are also Advaita Parivar.
Yeah.
So if you have some kind of relationship with kind of Vrindavan Lila, Advaita Acharya, if you could...
I didn't catch the question exactly.
So like Nityananda Prabhu is sometimes it's Balaram's Ananga Manjari.
Yeah, different forms.
Yeah, you say yes, different form. So
Ladni Shakti aspect of Balaram is Anangamanjari, just like Ladni aspect of Krishna is Radharani.
yes. So in the case of Advaita, so generally speaking, we say like incarnation of Mahavishnu or Sadashiva.
Advaitacharya's Ladni Shakti aspect is Yogamaya.
Yogamaya, Advaita Yogamaya.
Because in Gauraganadas Deepika, Kavi Karnapur identifies Sita Devi as Yogamaya. And Sita Devi is the wife of Advaita. Because Yogamaya and Mahamaya are two energies of God, Bhagavan. So when Krishna manifests as Shiva, Yogamaya manifests as Mahamaya, Durga. Because originally the Shakti Mathura Veda, there's no difference between Shakti and Shaktiman. So Radha is Krishna, Krishna is Radha. So they expand, all the Devis are expanded from Radharani, all the Purushas are expanded from Krishna. So Mahavishnu, his expansion, Shiva, he's son of Shiva, spiritual Shiva and son of Shiva Loka. And that's the aspect of Bhagavan, it's called Vishnu Tattva. So Shiva is Vishnu Tattva, but Shiva in this world is Shiva Tattva. It's a mixture of different. So the Advaita Prabhu has the Shakti form as Yogamaya.
Shakti form Yogamaya.
He also has a form as a Manjari, also has a form as a Sakhi, also has a form as in Vatsalya Ras also.
Is the name of some like a specific name of Sakhi or Manjari, Advaita Acharya?
We know the name.
I see.
Like you know your grandfather's name, I don't know your grandfather's name, that's your family secret. So, you know.
I see.
Advaitacharya has a Sakhi name and Sakhi form, and Manjari name, Manjari form. And in Stavavali, two verses in Stavavali, Tulsi Manjari, who is Rati Manjari, who is Raghunath Das Goswami, he glorifies Advaita's Sakhi form. because he's in Vishaka's Yuteshwari of the Vaita Parivar, just like the latest Yuteshwari, head Saki of Nityananda Parivar. The latest Saki and Rupa Manjari. The Vaita Parivar is Tulsi Manjari and Vishaka Saki. So who is Vishaka Saki? That's secret identity.
Okay.
Because Rati Manjari is one personality. Raghunath Das is Tulsi Manjari. Krishnadas Kaviraj always refers to Raghunath Das as Tulsi Manjari and Govinda Lilamrita. And Chaitanya Chowdhury says Rupa Raghunatha Pade. So Rupa Goswami and Raghunatha Goswami become Rupa Manjari and Tulsi Manjari. Rati Manjari is someone else. Because in Stavali, Raghunath Das offering prayers to Rati Manjari. It's in the third verse of Vilavkusa Manjari.
Yes.
Fourth verse of Vilavkusa Manjari. So you don't offer prayers to yourself. Oh dear Jayananda. I'm John Jayananda. So, oh dear Babaji, Madan Gopal Das, please bless me. So there's secret to that.
Wow.
Is that, I don't know, that's a little private matter you're asking here.
Sorry.
I'm only letting the cat's tail out of the bag, not the whole cat. They have an expression in America, let the cat out of the bag, like reveal the hidden truth. The hidden truth is in the bag. And they open the bag, So I'm only letting the tail of the cat come out. I'm not bringing the whole cat out. Because so many of my students have cats. I mean, I'm not too favored of cats. I like the Sringadev, but he's a little big to keep in your living room. But many always like cats and dogs. Anyway. No comment. This is a modern age. The main thing is the heart, the devotion, the bhakti. Who you decide who your friends are, that's your decision. You want cats and dogs your friends, that's your life. Do it. I'd rather have a couple of rickshaw trees and parrots and stuff like that. Like I always say, we're brokers in love. Like stockbrokers, some people are stockbrokers dealing in stocks and equities and shares and bitcoins. Bhaktas are brokers of love. We're dealing love. After you give you 2 love, you take 3 love, take 4. We're trading in love. That's our business. Our business is love. Giving love, receiving love. Upadeshamrita.
Dadati pratigrihnati.
Guhyam
akhyati pruchati bhunte bhojayate chaiva shadvidam priti lakshanam.
So there's 6 ways to show love. And basically give and take. Give me prasadam, and take prasadam. Give me a gift, I'll give you a gift. Give me your mind and heart, I'll give you my mind and heart. That's it. What else? Well, that's love, because the gifts and the food is for the body, and the mind and heart that's it. That's all you got, the body, mind, and heart. Manokaya Vaya, Vakya. Mouth, Vakya, mouth, and Mana, mind, and Kaya, body. So we give it all to each other, and that's Bhakti. Especially Maharaj, he always talks about love. He's a very loving person also. That's it. Prem. Like our teacher always told me, he said, our goal is not prem. Our goal is not Krishna prem. Our goal is Madhurya Aswadan. Madhurya Aswadan. Aswadan means to taste. Our goal is to taste the sweetness of love. The goal is not love. The goal is to taste the sweetness of love. Madhurya Rupam Krishna, Madhurya Venam Krishna, Madhurya Leelam Krishna. Madhurya Prema of Krishna. We want that Madhurya. Madhurya means honey, sweetness. We want to taste that sweetness. Sweet dealings, loving dealings. It's the sweetness that we appreciate. Someone says, I love you, I love you, I love you. What does that mean? It has to be seen in actions and thoughts and expressions. Love is dynamic and alive and moving. It never stops moving. Radharani sleeps, but she's not sleeping. Her heart and mind are moving with Krishna in her dreams. It's called Swapna Amrita. Swapna Vilas Amrita. Swapna means dream. Amrita means nectar. Vilas means intimate pastimes. So Radharani's sleeping, she's having intimate pastimes with Krishna in her dream. This is nice. So love is always moving. And that plane, the plane of Prem Dham Vrindavan. Okay, I don't know what that question was. I don't know what the answer was. What's the next question? Yes. Yeah. When I knocked on the head with a stick.
Yes.
Sorry for that.
No, it was great. I needed to wake up. So.
You're too beautiful.
Just taking up on where you left about our business being love. I just wonder, how can we be in love without the element of transaction? And then also,
That's a good question.
one other aspect is, how can I realize my swarup? How can I realize my identity as a soul when the soul doesn't have any identity in the form of like an ego identity? In another way, how can I perceive...
Wait a minute, you got a whole book going on here.
Sorry.
One question at a time.
Sorry, yes.
I'll try to deal with it. What's the first one? Is this thing on? I can't see. It's on, yeah, it's on. What's the first question?
Love without transaction.
Love without transaction. Krishna ran away from the gopis in the rasa dance and he took Radharani with him. And then he left Radharani. And so all the gopis went searching and they found Radharani, and then they kept searching more, and Krishna came back to them, reappeared amongst them. And then the gopis were angry. So they said, what kind of lover are you? What kind of lover are you? And they recited 4 kinds of lovers. Are you a lover that even if you're loved, you don't give love in return? Are you a lover that if you love someone, if someone gives you love, you give them love back? Are you a lover that's self-satisfied and someone loves you, you don't even pay attention to it? There's just pouring their water in the wrong place. So Krishna said, I'm not any kind of lover like that. And then he went on to explain the defects of each type of love. He said, love is if someone gives love and they get love, they're businessmen. They're doing transactions, business transactions. So he said, this isn't real love, this is business. That's mostly the kind of transactional love that's going on in this world. He said, my love is different. I hide myself from my lovers. I love my devotees, but I hide myself from them. And why do I do that? I do that to increase their love. Because their love has to be so deep and so transparent and so complete that it captures my heart. So I test my devotees by appearing to be hiding from them. So, because the gopis recited, there's 4 kinds of love. This is in 10th canto Bhagavatam, chapter 32, excuse me. Chapter 32 of 10th canto, this dialogue is there, and the commentaries of Vishwanath Chakravarti. You can get the book in the other room there, if you want it. Give it to you. Sharda Darshini commentaries, Vishwanath Chakravarti. So this kind of love it starts in the material world and ends in the material world. It has no ultimate value for the Atma. So we don't deal in that kind of love. Our love is, there's three kinds of love. There's selfish love, there's dedicated love, and there's self-forgetful love. Self-forgetful love is the best kind of love. She's really concentrating. Her eyebrows are like furrows. She's like, what are you saying? Selfish love, dedicated love, and self-forgetful. So the gopis are self-forgetful. They don't remember who they are. They're just totally dedicated to Krishna for his happiness. I don't know. Am I Krishna? You're Krishna? Who's Krishna? They don't even know who's Krishna anymore. There's so much merged in Krishna happiness. There's not any kind of selfishness in their heart or mind. Everything is for Krishna. Because some people say, he's a selfless, she's a selfless servant of humanity, Mother Teresa. They say like that, selfless servant. Okay, maybe she was. That's a good thing. She loved people and helped people in so many different ways. Everyone's famous for that. And many other people like that. Maybe Mama or some, that lady hugs everybody. There's different kind of people spreading love and happiness around the world in a selfless way. We give them credit for that. But they can't say self-forgetful. They're serving people, but they don't forget who they are. If you ask Mother Teresa, she's in heaven or whatever now, but you ask her, who are you? I'm Mother Teresa. We ask her already, who are you? I don't know. I'm Shyam. I'm Krishna. In chapter 31, Gopi Gita, one became Gopi, one became Krishna. I'm Krishna, and another one said, and another Gopi, Samputna. And Krishna, I'm going to kill you. So the gopis, they forget, I'm not running on Krishna. Even there's Premi Vilas, there's a whole Lila like that. So this is the kind of love we want to aspire for. These are our role models for love, are Radharani the gopis. Become self-forgetful. Become so absorbed in the service of Guru and Krishna and Radharani that you forget this material self, which is based on material ego, and you assert your eternal self, which is based on spiritual ego. Because you also mentioned a problem with material ego. But ego means identity. So there's there's a temporary material identity, and there's eternal spiritual identity. That's called Swarup. Swarup Siddhi, Nitya Swarup. Swarup means the form of your eternal identity. Nitya, eternal, Swarup, form of Swa you. Who are you eternally? You're a beautiful gopi. You're also a beautiful lady. Okay, that's nice. But you're much more beautiful gopi. And how do you realize that? You realize that by the mercy of Krishna coming directly in his own ways and fashion, or indirectly, or also directly through Guru. We see that there's a tradition among many lines of Gaudiya Vaisnavas. The Guru reveals this to the Siddhanta. How is the Guru reveals to the Siddhanta? Because Krishna reveals it to him. So who's giving this to the Siddhanta? Krishna's giving this to the Siddhanta. Krishna can give it directly in a dream, or some swarti or some vision, or he gives it also directly through Guru. Sakshatridve Natsamasa Shastra. Vishwanath Chakravarti says the Guru is Sakshahari, he's directly Bhagavan. If you don't accept that, don't believe that, keep searching. Keep looking for a Guru that you see Krishna in that Guru. Because that's the only way it's going to work. The only way Guru can give you Siddhanta is if you see a Krishna in the Guru. Because Krishna's giving the Siddhanta. Like some people say, I got Siddhanta. How did you go? Oh, my Guru gave it. That's actually the wrong thing to say. Say Krishna gave. Krishna gave. I said, what? You saw Krishna? Yes. What do you mean? Where you saw him? He's Ramachandra gave it. I saw my Guru. I saw Krishna. Like one time the disciples of Prabhupada in New York City, they said, Prabhupada, it says in Gita, one who remembers Krishna at the time of death, he goes to Krishna. But we've never seen Krishna, we don't really think about it much. We think a lot about you. We're living with you on 2nd Avenue in the early days, in the beginning. And we see you all the time. We're morning walks and room conversations and lectures. We see you. We're serving, always thinking about you, praying to you, worshiping you. So we're always remembering you. But if when we die, I don't know if we're going to remember Krishna because we don't have much vision of Krishna in our mind or heart. We just see paintings and every painting looks different. Some dark blue, some black, some light blue, some gray. But you, I know what color you are. So what's going to happen to us if we remember you at the time of death? If we remember Guru at the time of death? And Prabhupada, very innocently, childly, like a child, he said, you'll go where I go. You'll come to me, you'll go where I go. And some Brahmana said, well, you're going to Krishna. So Prabhupada said, well, you'll go too. So if you remember your Guru, who is Krishna, then you'll go to Krishna. That's a good thing. Because our goal is to go to Krishna and go to the spiritual world and serve Krishna with love and Radharani, obviously. Radha Krishna together. So we have an ego so we can realize our Siddhanta by prayer, by chanting Hare Krishna, in a dream, but generally it comes from Guru. But now if your Guru is giving you Siddhanta because you're not letting your cat out of the bag, that's your private business, that's not me I don't need to know what your situation is. But say your Guru is giving you Siddhanta, that's half of the ball game. Now you have to see it. So now they have to turn up the heat to get the cooking done. So you have to pray. You have to pray a lot and pray for the mercy of the Goswamis, 6 Goswamis, and all the great mantris in our line, like Rupa Mantri, Rati Mantri, Tulsi Mantri, Labanga Mantri, etc. That's why we worship the mantris, because we're praying for their mercy. You have mantri srup, you're a mantri. I have mantri srup, but I don't see it. Please show it to me. And it all comes by mercy. Did I miss any questions?
No, thank you so much. Wonderful. Thank you.
Jaya Radhe. Thank you. Nice question. Okay, let's see what else we have. Sorry I hit you on the head. Sorry I hit you on the head.
Oh, no. You blessed me.
That's my Shakti stick.
That's how I remember the question.
Okay. Yeah, you have a good heart, that's for sure. Lucky me. Okay. Yeah, right.
I have a question about the Guru and about the relationship with the Guru and really the whole parampara and how, I guess my question is like how the giving and taking happens between a Guru and a disciple and what happens if a Guru that doesn't give to his parampara, like how the energy goes up.
What was the last part?
How does Guru connect with the disciple and how the things happen in the parampara? What is the connection? She was asking like Vaishnava Guru and Satsang.
What's the connection between each Guru and the parampara?
Yeah. And what happens if somebody holds onto the energy instead of like giving? Like, and is the energy of a disciple given to a guru, and then do they give it up to their guru? Or, I guess if you could explain this.
I don't know if I'm on the same wavelength with your question. I can't understand. I'll try to speak something anyway. My impression of what you're saying. It's just like a family. A family, and we see the grandchild in a family, we may see some similarity of the grandchild to the grandfather in looks. But he has that grandchild, if it's a boy, say grandchild boy, he looks like his grandfather. He has the same gene pool, but he's a unique individual. So the guru that gives you diksha, mantra diksha, Gopal mantra Kangaji, that's your diksha guru. Now he's representing, he's not a bodily, it's just an analogy. He's representing the Guru Tattva principle and Guru Kripa. The Guru is Kripa Shakti Murti. The living Guru that gives you diksha, inside of him are all the Gurus in his line. Everything is right here. And me is Advaita Prabhu, and Krishna Mishra, and Subhadra Goswami, and Yadavendra Goswami, and all those 14 Gurus are all in me. So this is how the disciples understand that my Guru is representing my patriarch, Param Patriarch, the supreme great-great-great-great-grandfather is Advaita Prabhu, or Nityananda Prabhu. And that Guru, so we don't have to worry about this Guru or that Guru, the connection. It's all the sum total of all the Gurus is present in Vyasti Guru. Vyasti Guru is the Diksha Guru presented before you. And the Adi Guru is Samasti Guru Sri Krishna. The aggregate, the sum total of all Gurus put together is Samasti Guru on one side and Vyasti Guru on the other side. All the Gurus from your Guru all the way up to Krishna, that becomes Samasti Guru, a separate form of Krishna on the left-hand side of Krishna, called Samasti Guru. It's Adi Guru, Samasti Guru. And all those Gurus come down and manifest as Vyasti Guru. We're coming down, they descend in the form of the present Guru. You can connect with all of them by connecting with one. And that's how the Guru finds the sadhya. The Guru meditates on the whole parampara. He prays and meditates and does meditation and prayer, and he gets a spurti, and he gets a spurti from the Samasti Guru, Krishna, in the spiritual world, a vision of the sadhya of the disciple, then he tells the disciple. So we have one side of Samasti Guru, the sum total, aggregate, it's called aggregate in English. Aggregate, the complete sum total of all Gurus is one form of Samasti Guru. Sama means all. Samasti. And Vyasta means manifest. Vyasti Guru is a Diksha Guru on one end. One end is the electric generator, the other end is the plug in your wall. The electric generator, the power station for the power, Radha Kunda is coming from Agra. The wire goes here to there it goes to Agra, and the power comes here from Agra. So the power comes from Samasti Guru to Vyasi Guru. You plug into the Vyasi Guru and draw your power from him. You draw the karuna of Krishna, you draw the mercy of Krishna, you draw the love of Krishna. This is proper Guru.
So when you surrender, are you giving your energy up to the Guru? And all the way up to Samasti Guru?
You're not giving, you're getting.
Yeah.
You say this devotee says when you surrender to the Guru, you're giving up all your energy. You're just giving up your sins and your false ego. That's what you're giving up. Brahmanda Brahmate Kon, there's a verse in Chaitanya Charitamrita, chapter 19, Madhya 151, chapter 19, I think it's Rupa Shiksha. Rupa Goswami Shiksha, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Brahmanda Brahmate Kon, Bhagavan Jeev, Guru Krishna Prasadi Pai, Bhakti Lata Bij. Pai, P-A-Y, in Bengali means receive. So the disciple does Atma Samarpan, he surrenders to the Guru, and he observes the Pancha Samskars of Diksha Vidhan, proper Diksha function. Then he receives. He doesn't give up, he's getting. He receives Bhakti Lata Bij. He receives the seed of Bhakti. What is Bhakti Bija? Bhakti Bija is Ladni Shakti and Samvit Shakti. He gets transcendental wisdom, which destroys his sin. Diksha. D means Divyagan, and Sha means destroy dirt. Sha means dirt, destroy dirt. Diksha is that process of receiving mantra, Gopal mantra congregation, which destroys the dirt of ego and false material attachments. So that's the Divyagan and the Ladni Shakti. He teaches you how to love Krishna and serve Krishna. You can only serve someone you love and trust. So Krishna, Guru is giving you all these things, he's not taking. You're not giving anything to Guru. You're just giving all your junk. You're giving him you give him a rhinestone off your finger, and he gives you a 20-carat diamond. Your energy, you're not giving to Guru, you engage your energy in service of Krishna. Guru engages you in Krishna's service. He doesn't need your energy. He's got Ladni Shakti and Savit. What is he going to do with your Tatastha Shakti? Your Tatastha Shakti, you're a little tiny blip, you know. Guru is drawing energy from Radharani's lotus feet and Krishna's lotus feet. Samvit Shakti is Vasudeva Sri Krishna, and Ladni Shakti is Radharani. So Guru is connected to the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna. So what are you giving him? No, thank you. Keep it. Did I confuse you or what?
No, it's the clarity is coming, and maybe someday what I'm really asking, which I don't think I fully know what I'm really asking. I mean, I think that it's leading to more questions. Like when we're serving the Guru, then we're practicing serving Radha Krishna.
Yes.
And this benefits him because Radha Krishna is happy, and then they are giving him more mercy because.
No, they're giving you mercy. He got a little bit, he's going good mostly, but he got a little speed bump there. And then, you're serving Guru, that's nice. And what's happening? He's becoming pleased. Yasya prasada bhagavad prasada, yasya prasada nagati katopi. Now when Guru is pleased, he prays to Krishna. He said, Krishna, please bless this person. Please fill this person with your love. So now you're the beneficiary, not the Guru. The Guru is accepting your service, offering to Krishna, and praying on your behalf. Because Krishna listens to the Guru. He listens to every devotee also, but he especially listens to the Guru. Because Krishna sends the conditioned soul to a Guru to take care of them, to bring them to Krishna. That's the Guru's duty. But you seem to be thinking that everything ends with the Guru and you're missing a connection with Krishna. That's not the way it works. What else do you want to say? Your questions are good. Don't be afraid to ask.
No, this is good. It's really helping so much.
I'm here to help you. You're here to help me.
No, that's not what you just said, I don't think, right? Because how are we helping you?
You help me when you read Krishna. You're a pretty tricky girl.
This is my Maya.
You're pretty smart. You're in a Jayananda party bar. Smart question, guys. Okay, let's let somebody else take over now. Okay. Let's go. Sir, with the white shutter on, you. No, the one that turned around. I remember you for the last time. Yeah, nice question last time.
I actually had a follow-up to that question, Maharaj. I was wondering, reflecting and feeling into your beautiful answer of when those of us that are fortunate to live in Vrindavan or Radha Kunda full time, how can we stay connected to this place? And your beautiful answer of find one or two practices that we feel really that helped us connect and practice those at home. And in reflecting on that, I found that I feel a lot of connection through Guru Seva and Sadhu Sangha. And I don't have a ton of that back in my country. And I was wondering if you had a thought as to how to help continue to keep that connection and be able to serve our Guru when we're not physically present with him.
Yeah, well, the question is how that the devotee feels most encouragement and most energy for Bhakti Bhajan coming from Sadhu Sangha and Guru Seva. But there's two types of Guru Seva described in Bhakti Sandarbha. Mahanidhi Swami, Prasanga Seva and Paricharya Seva. Paricharya Seva is physical Seva, cooking for Guru, doing different personal service for Guru. And Prasanga Seva means to study Shastra, to hear Hari Katha, hear lectures, study Shastra, and doing your different Navavida Bhakti, Shravana Kirtan Vishnu Smara. So either way, if you're with the Guru, you can do more Paricharya Seva. And Sangha, you mentioned two things that give you encouragement are Guru Seva and Sangha. But there's no limitation of those. You can always do Paricharya Seva even away from the Guru. He gives you a service to do, sell his books or whatever, raise money or different things, translate, give lectures. Or he might say, take care of your family. That's to say, the Guru says, you have children, make sure your wife is Krishna conscious and love and serve your wife nicely and raise your kids like devotees. That serves the Guru. Direct service, even though you're in America or wherever you happen to be. So it's just a matter of, the best thing is to be directly with the Guru. You can't beat it. But if you're separated, you're not separated, because hearts are always connected. Heart and mind are always connected. Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chiti Te Kuriya Aikya. In the Guru Vandan prayer by Narottam Das, he says, Guru Vakya, he says, the Vakya, the words of the Guru, are one with my heart. Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chite Te Kuriya Aikya. Aikya means ache. Ache means one. Chitta means heart. Mind. Chitta means heart, mind, consciousness. So the Guru Vani, the Guru Vakya, Guru Vani, you listen to tapes, you see YouTube movies. Sadhguru Maharaj has so many nice films of his lectures and different sanghas and stuff with him. The Jayanandas and some of them. And Jayananda, tell us about your Siddhasrup. Well, Guru Maharaj, when I got Siddhasrup, that. I saw many films. He's a big speaker over there. So he's testifying about how his life changed after he got Siddha Pranali from Sadhguru Maharaj. It's on film, right?
You saw?
Yeah, I'm watching you, man. I got my eye on you. I also look at other, now people look at my stuff, I look at their stuff also. Who is this John? Let me see. Oh. So there's no separation. If you don't want to be separated, you can't be separated. You have to drill a deep hole in your heart and put your Guru in that hole. And then wherever you go, your Guru will be radiating his love and bhav and blessings. They asked Prabhupada once, he was in New York City, and it was, I don't know, Jadharani or something. Said, Prabhupada, do you miss your Guru Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati? Because he left this world on December 31st, 1936. Now it's 1966. It's 30 years later. Do you feel separation? You miss your Guru Bhaktisiddhanta? He said, no, I don't miss him at all. Well, how do you say that? They was right. You don't miss him? How you don't miss him? He's in my heart. He never left my heart. He's in my heart. He entered my heart in 1922. Prabhupada met his Guru in 1922. He didn't get initiated until 1933. 11 years later. So it works like that. Slow fire. The Guru enters the heart in 1922, and you don't take Diksha until 1933, 11 years. You know why I love you? Family joke. Okay, I don't know about that. Is that okay? Yes, dear.
I just had a short follow-up question.
Okay.
So sorry for my ignorance. I'm just wondering, what makes a guru a guru? I do understand this parampada lineage, but also sometimes I have come across others that are like asking if a wise, loving person can be their guru, and I'm just wondering, like, is there a strict sort of recipe for who can become guru, and what about those that are out there in the world that don't have a guru connection? What can we tell them?
That's one question at a time. What are the qualification of a guru? There's Shastra, the Mandaka Upanishad, and other Shastras. They say the guru must be Shabde.
Shabde Parecha Nishnat.
The guru must be fixed in Vedic knowledge. The primary characteristic of a guru, besides charisma and curly hair and stuff, a nice beard and big diamond ring and stuff. These are to test the election. But the Swarup election, the primary characteristic of the guru, he has wisdom, he has knowledge of Veda. He knows Gita, he knows Prashtantraya. He knows Vedanta Sutra, he knows Upanishads, and he knows Bhagavad Gita. These things he must know. He has to have Vedic knowledge, primarily Gita and Vedanta Sutra and Upanishads. And Bhagavad Purana's commentary on all the Upanishads. And Gita is called Gita Upanishad. So the primary characters, he may look very plain and ordinary and not very charismatic or not a very cool guy. But if he has transcendental wisdom, that's the first qualification we have. Transcendental wisdom based on Shruti. Shabda, he's heard transcendental knowledge from a guru. Which means what you mentioned, Guru Parampara, which you said understand. He's connected to Guru Parampara. And his second quality is his behavior. His behavior. He follows principles of pure life. He has pure life. He's a subject person. He doesn't have any bad habits. Drinking whiskey and all these things. Some sadhus, they're gurus, they drink coffee and tea. That's a small thing. That's not a consideration. But whiskey, alcohol, meat, fish, eggs, all these tamasic things are not allowed in Guru. General, you're saying general. I'm not speaking of Gaudiya Vaisnava Guru. I'm speaking general Guru. Guru should have Vedic knowledge. Maybe it's Sankhya Gyan or Yoga Vasishta. Well, there's different types of Vedic knowledge. But he should be learned in the Vedas. And he should have good behavior. And he should have the blessings of his Guru to initiate. His Guru must have given him direct order and blessings to give Diksha. Without that, it's a little fuzzy. There's many gurus in India that don't even have a guru, but they're charismatic and they're learned. And how is it working? It's because of last life. Last life they had a guru, and last life they must have studied a lot and learned a lot. There's many self-effulgent spiritual masters in India. You ask him your guru, they said, Bhagavan. God's my guru. You can't argue that because this may be the last life and they've accumulated over many lifetimes. So, but when they read a Shastra, definition of Guru, that's what I'm speaking. He knows the Vedas, he has good behavior, he's realized God also. He had direct experience of God himself or herself. This is the qualification Guru. The second part of your question is?
It was just in relation to others that are not connected to this tradition.
Yeah. How do we help those that don't have a guru, basically, you said? There's a verse, how's it? Tasmat Guru Bhajite. Tasmat Guru Bhajite Jigyashu Shayutama. Now what's Evavi Gachet? What's that verse? Evavi Gachet. You should approach the Guru. What's that? One is curious to know the truth. Tadvi Gyanartam Sagrum Evavi Gachet. Sumit Pani Shrotiam Brahmanishtam. This also explains about, it's a Sanskrit verse from Upanishads. It explains Evavi Gachet means you should go to a Guru. Who goes to a Guru? One who's inquisitive about the goal, attaining the highest value of human life. So you say, what about people who don't have a Guru? What do we do for them? All I can do is pray to Bhagavan, Krishna, please inspire people to search for Guru. Because most people are happy where they are. Most people, 99% of people in the world are happy right where they are. This is where I am, this is where I will be, and this is where I'll die. So we shouldn't disturb them. In chapter 3 of Gita, verse 26, it says, Buddhi Nabeda. Don't create division or disturbance in a person's intelligence by your vibration. Gita chapter 3, verse 26. Buddhi means intelligence, Beda means division. Don't speak some crazy stuff, make a person's mind crazy. If you were happy, be happy, enjoy, drink, eat, drink, and be merry. Okay, have a good time. We can just pray. Don't get too, don't worry, we have to take care of our own business, We have our own bhajan to do and our own seva to our husbands and wives and parents and gurus. And we're busy. We're really busy. Are we? Everybody says, yeah, we're too busy. You got to give us too much seva, you Bob. You don't have time to pray for the poor people, I'm poor myself. Talk about poor people, I got to pray for myself, I like your questions, they're very nice. You're a disciple of Maharaj?
Yes.
He's a lucky guy. And you're also lucky also. Good fortune met good fortune. Okay, other question. Got some good gems down there in Mungar Mandir, and Radhaman.
Yes,
Radhaman's got quite a team of beautiful devotees down there. I think I should steal a few. To steal some of their devotees. There's some high quality gems over there. Snatch a few. Now you won't be coming anymore Sunday Satsang. You go home and tell Maharaj, he says he's going to steal some of your... Hey, don't go there anymore. I knew the guy was up to something. Lifeboat in the ocean. Five survivors. The Titanic sunk with 5 guys survived. And they look like they're in a boat, little boat, in the ocean. As it falls to the sail, you know. Stretch your imagination a little bit. Shiji's the captain. Okay, good. Sail on. Questions? Yeah, did you want to?
Gurudev, however, like you just mentioned about these gurus in today's world, where where they claim that Bhagwan is their guru. My question is, how is it even possible to forget your guru from last life or whichever life? Because guru is not for one life; it's for eternity. Right? Like that relation is for eternity.
Question is, wait a second. Question is, how can you forget your guru? The question is, some people are gurus in this life. When you ask them who your guru is, and they say, Bhagwan, God is my Ram, or Bhagwan, or I don't have a guru. I just self-realized, self-made man. So the question is, how can that person claiming to be a guru forget his guru? Because guru is for eternal. But that concept of guru being eternal is something we pick up from Narottam Das Thakur and Prem Bhakti Chandrika. The Ardhish Guru is there forever. And Prabhupada intimated that idea also. When they asked Prabhupada, they said, if we don't get liberated in this life, will you come next life to help us and liberate us? And Prabhupada said, don't make me do that. In other words, he said, don't make me come back, which means he will come back. So the Guru comes back. This is the Gaudiya idea, but where this lady was just asking me the definition of gurus, so I was speaking general gurus. So some gurus, they had a guru in the last life, but they weren't particularly attached to him. But they learned a lot, they studied a lot. They didn't have any loving bondage with the Guru. They didn't think of the Guru at the time of death, so they're not going to meet that Guru again this next life. So they don't feel any need for any Guru or remember any Guru from last life. So that's an easy question. If you use your logic, you can figure it out. But for someone, a Gaudiya Vaisnava, he won't forget his Guru. We have an article on that in our our website. First class disciple, second class, third class. So the disciple never forgets the Guru never forgets the disciple. Krishna arranges it, you recognize your Guru. The Guru changes his body, and you change your body. But the next life, if you haven't attained Krishna in this life, the Guru will come again and pick you up. And you'll recognize in your heart, it'll be heart to heart, it'll be soul to soul recognition. Krishna will direct you. 18th chapter of Gita, verse 61.
ईश्वरः सर्वभूतानां हृदयेषु तिष्ठति भ्रामेन सर्वभूतानि यन्त्रारूढानि मायया
Ishvara Sarvabhutana
हृदयेषु
Janitishti Brahmayan Sarvabhutana Yanshura Dayamaya. Krishna is sitting in the heart of every jiva and directing their movements here and there. So you're Krishna in your heart, he says here, go to Radha, meet your guru. Come back from Tennerfly. Come back from Rome. Come back from Moscow. Come back. Come back. Do you hear me? I'm calling you. No, I'm busy. Rock out again. Come back, come back. Pick up a conch shell on the beach, you know, Portugal on the beach. Come back. What's that conch shell? You're supposed to say, ooh. You're supposed to hear the ocean waves. I put the conch shell on, come back. Ah. I'm just joking, but there's some validity to this, which I'm not going to say. But I've had some students over the years, and I was thinking about where they are, because they flew away, you know. They weren't initiated disciples, but they were nice people. I happened to meet them over the years. And over the last years, I said, where are they? They should come back to Vrindavan and do bhajan. But then they started coming back. Haunting me. Oh, my God. So you have to watch out what you pray for. You have to be careful what you pray for. They show up at your front door tomorrow. Yeah, heap of trouble. Questions? Jaya Radhe, Jaya Jaya Sri Radhe, Jaya Jaya Sri Radhe. Shainan, you're so quiet today.
Yes.
Questions from the lifeboat?
Come closer.
What is it?
Meaning of Gurudev.
What's the meaning of Guru? The question is, thank you. Question is, what is the meaning of the term or the name Guru Dev? Guru is one word and Dev is another word. Gu is a combination of two words, Gu and Ru. Gu means ignorance and darkness. The word Gu, Gu, in Sanskrit means ignorance and darkness. And Ru means light. Like in ancient Egypt, I think they had a sun god called Ra. R-A-H, Ra. Like we have in Hindi, we have maybe Sanskrit also. Maybe for sun is Ravi. Ravi, R-A-V-I. In Egypt, they call Ra, the sun god is called Ra, I think, R-A-H. Ra, Ravi. So, Ru means light. So, what is that light? It's the light of knowledge. Krishna Surya Sama Maya Andakar. This is a verse from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Krishna Tava Gyan, Bhakti Tava Gyan is like a great sunshine. Krishna Svado Mo Bhagate Dharma Ganana Visa Klodasham, Puranarka Denodita. There's a verse that glorifies the Bhagavatam. The sages say, Krishna, you're leaving this world. Where will we find you? Where will we find the light of Bhagavan? The light, he said, Krishna so no Shraddha mo apagate. Apagate means I'm going to. Krishna went to his Swadham. He went to his own dham. You left. And he said, I'm appeared. Puran Arka Denodita. Ark means light. Konark. Konark means the sun temple in Puri. It's called Konark. K-O-N-R. So it's Puran Arka Denodita. I've appeared in this Bhagavatam. This Bhagavad Puran is like the sunshine. And Denodita means it's like a light. The light of the Bhagavad will light up everyone's heart. So the Guru and Guru means Bhagavad, the light of the Bhagavatam. The Guru, because you asked Guru Dev, so I'm giving the definition of a Gaudiya Vaisnava Guru Dev. We were talking about generic Guru with this Vaishnavi, but now we're answering the question based, what is the Gaudiya Vaisnava meaning of Guru Dev? That's what I'm explaining. So the Guru part, the Guru is the light of Bhagavad. So the Guru is one who speaks the Bhagavatam, light of Bhagavatam, which is Krishna Surya Sama. It's like a sunshine. And the Bhagavatam is compared to the sunshine. Krishna disappeared and everything became dark. Kali means dark, black. Everything became Kali. Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moha, Matsarya, Mada. Everything became dark, black, with lust, anger, greed, envy. But the sunshine of Bhagavatam rose in the darkness. So one who studies Bhagavatam, Nityam Bhagavatam Sevya Bhagavatamashake Bhakti Bhavati Naistiki. One who studies Bhagavatam every day, his bhakti will become Naistiki. Naistiki bhakti means firm, solid bhakti. And be full of light and love. Bhagavatam is a prem shastra. So the Guru that's the first part. Guru. And Dev, why is he called Dev? Dev means a divine being. Dev comes from the Sanskrit word divya. And divyati kridati. The Sanskrit word div, which becomes Dev, means the div becomes Dev. One meaning of div is divyati kridati, means playful. So Gaudiya Vaishnava Guru is playful. He's a joker. So Guru Dev is a joker. He doesn't play poker. And he doesn't do toker. Toke, you know. So Dev means he's joyful. In other words, Divyati means playful. So he's playful because he's always absorbed in the Leelas of Radha and Krishna. That's where his mind is playing there. His mind is playing in the Leelas of Radha and Krishna, and he's bringing that playful spirit to his disciples and into this world. That's one meaning of Dev, Divya. But Dev also means Ishtadevata. Ishtadevata means a worshipful God. Ishtadevata. Our Ishtadevata can be man or woman. So our Ishtadevata is Krishna and our Ishtadevata is Radharani. So Guru Dev is because our Guru Dev is our worshipful entity. So he's our Ishtadevata for Bhakti Bhajan. And he's our Ishtadevata as a Manjri, Guru Manjri, Saki Manjri, Guru Saki. He's our Guru. And Sadhguru, he's our Guru. He's our Ishtadevata, or she's our Ishtadevata. And in Siddharup, in Manjri Srup, the Guru is Ishtadevata or Ishtadevi. Ishtadevata, female, Guru Saki. Well, they're both female. So Guru Dev means a lot. When we say Jai Guru Dev, should be some deep meditation and reflection on what that means. Is that okay?
Another question comes up to me.
Okay, let's have it.
What is Sadguru then?
Sadguru. That's funny. What is a Sadguru? A Sadguru is a guru that disciples don't feed. Well, he said sad guru. If the guru doesn't get fed, he becomes sad. What do you eat? You feel check a check bog, it's nice. Let's go to rubbery kachori, chutney, cheese sabji, puri. Wow. Why should you look so sad? We didn't feed it. Sadguru, S-A-D, spell S-A-D by the way, obviously. Sadguru was not S-A-D-H Walla. He's a cool guy. But our Shastras define Sadguru. Just right here the post on Facebook. What is a Sadguru? Why is there read the post on Facebook? Keep uploading. A Sadguru is one who comes in a traditional parampara. Guru parampara. An unbroken line of gurus. It's not that one guru is 200 years difference from the other guru. The unbroken line of gurus, beginning with Samasti Guru Sri Krishna. That's the first point. And the second point is the Sadguru teaches the Tattva Siddhanta of the 6 Goswamis without changing. He's just repeating exactly what the 6 Goswamis teach. That's the second quality of a Sadguru. And a Sadguru has the Lakshana, has all the qualities, 26 qualities of Vaishnava. That's another definition of Sadguru. And the Sadguru has experience of Krishna. That's it. You want to add something?
The answer is up to you.
Oh, you're also a teacher. I have a phrase, I say, always be a student, always be a teacher. Because if a teacher stops being a student, he stops being a teacher. Look at Satyanarayana Das Babaji, Dr. Satyanarayana Das Babaji. He's a greatly learned person. He's a great acharya of Gaudiya Vaisnava. He's always studying. He's studying, reading books all day and night, and teaching. He never stops studying. So he's a great teacher, a great acharya. So always be a student, always be a teacher. So I'm seeing you as a teacher. You're seeing you as a teacher, you ask me a question. I'm seeing you as a teacher, ask you a question. Can you add something to it? There's nothing wrong with that. Doesn't have anything to do with age or Babaji or Brahmacharya. It doesn't have anything to do with class, Varna or Vayu or Varna. It has to do with mutual respect. I respect you as a Vaishnava, and I think you're initiated by Sadhu Maharaj also. So you have a glorious guru, and you're a fruit from that tree. There's the tree and the mango. I honor the tree, I honor the mango more. The tree is Sadhu Maharaj, you're the mango. I get more juice out of you, you know. I don't want to disturb Sadhu Maharaj. I'm going to squeeze you. So I should get some answer. So we want to add something to that? Okay, thank you. You have a question?
I was wondering, would you recommend some book on qualities of life?
Yeah, the question is, can you recommend some book on qualities of Vaishnava? Actually, I remember a book I read, I don't know, 30, 40 years ago by Satsang Goswami called 26 Qualities of a Devotee. 26 Qualities of a Devotee are listed in Teaching of Lord Chaitanya, and I don't know where else, in Chaitanya Charitamrita also. And he elaborated on each one. He did a good job also.
I remember this book. I thought that maybe there are some other also.
Yeah, I can't recall in mine. Once I sat with my guru, Pandit Sri Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj, who's in Golok now. I went through the list of those 26 qualities. I said, can you explain them to me? And he explained it to me, so I have it.
You should write a book.
Yeah. He didn't say much, you know, he didn't say much.
My God.
Like I asked him once, as I asked him the Sanskrit words, Saralata. Saralata is translated in English as straightforward. Simple. Simplicity, straightforward. So I said, what do you mean? He says that what's in your heart is what's in your face and in your words. He said, you're not one face in front and one face in the back. That's called two-face. One face in front, one face in the back. So he said, simple, straightforward means that your heart is clean. He gave an elaborate explanation of that quality, Saralata. Unforgettable.
Yeah, I remember a little bit about this book of Satharup Maharaj, but since I'm now in this, traditional life,
Yeah, I haven't heard
I would
that.
like to know some of Radha Kunda Babaji's opinion, or
Yeah, that book is okay. It's not bad, but
yeah.
that's why I asked my guru, because he's a pundit. 80 years bhajan, Brahmin from birth, 80 years bhajan in Vrindavan, lived to be 102 years old. So he knew a lot. So
It would be nice to share.
yeah, okay, well, we'll think about it. I shared something. Thank you. Question? Is this you again? Okay, friend, tell me.
So
You're so respectful. You stand up and everything. Wow, it's like really. I'm really impressed. Jayananda, tell your Guru Maharaj I'm very impressed with the behavior of his disciples. Tell him that. Tell him I'm very, very impressed and happy with the beautiful behavior of his disciples. You and the gang,
okay, Radha.
Right.
So talking about today's conversation has been very beautiful and whole. Talking about Gurudev and Guru, and then now having a transition into Vaishnavas and being a disciple. And the question that comes to my heart is this question of purity. And being a devotee of pure heart and becoming more and more pure to sort of also, as you mentioned, realize your own swarup and going deeper into bhajan. In my small practice, very short practice, when I'm in my love, there is purity. And I wonder, can you please talk a little bit more about how to deepen that purity, what that means? To purify my heart that already feels so much love, how to go deeper with that purification.
Thank you. The devotee is asking a question about how to go deeper with the purification. I have so much love rising in my heart, and how do I expand that love? Love, it always begs to be distributed. Love is always begging to be distributed. So this word, we don't deal much with this word purification. Don't mind. You use this word purification. I don't like this word so much, because it doesn't have much application in Bhakti Bhajan. Bhakti is transcendental phenomenon, and purification is of this world, because this world has duality. It has dark and light, day and night, black and white, pure and impure. But Bhakti is transcendental. It's of the Atma. It's of the purified soul. So if you have love, that's really nice, because you have to have love. You must have love, because you got the seed of love from your Guru. You had a last life, and again renewed this life. You got a last life, and this life has got recharged. You got to recharge your account, recharge your love account, and boost it up, bigger package. So now, to increase, forget the purification part, that doesn't apply, doesn't have any meaning. Because when you take diksha, all your sins are gone. It's finished. Everything after that is Krishna showing his love to you. It hurts, it's joyful, it's painful, it's all Krishna's love. It has nothing to do with karma anymore. Can't be. You can read 10th canto Bhagavatam, chapter 88, verse 8. 88, Tika, Vishnu Chakravarti, about devotees have no more karma. And I'll talk about other verses also in 10th canto commentary. So now let's just talk about love. So you have love, so love has to be distributed. That's what I said 5 minutes ago. So you have to express your love at every opportunity you can with everyone around you. Give your love to everyone. I don't mean material, physical love. That has its place in a proper dharmic setting. In a proper dharmic setting, physical love between men and women, or women and women, or men and women, whatever, however you want to go, that's your business. But that's a different, we're not talking about that kind of love, we're talking about transcendental love, which means serving devotees, serving Krishna. Love means service. And it's service with a feeling that I love this person, I want the best for this person, I want everything for this person. I don't need anything for myself. That's real love. You don't need anything for yourself, you want to give everything to everyone else. You're already taken care of automatically. That's what love means. Krishna, that's how Krishna is working. He's giving everything to everyone. He's not worrying about himself at all. So we're Krishna's bhaktas. We're supposed to be a ray of Krishna's love, a ray of Krishna's compassion. And so we should distribute that ray to everyone we can. Some people aren't receptive, but if someone's receptive and kind in return, then you should just shower the person with love. But love doesn't work without trust and confidence. The foundation of love moves on is trust and confidence. You have to trust the person you love, and that they won't hurt you, and they won't steal your love. A lot of thieves. There's a lot of thieves out there. You have to trust the person who won't steal your love. They'll just take your love and bounce it back, like you throw a ball, you catch a ball and take it back. Boom, boom. You throw a 5 feet love ball, I throw 10 feet back. It shows you competition, outlove the other person. And she's outserved the other person. Oh, you don't have to do this, I'll do this more. Then Krishna becomes very happy. Because that's how the spiritual world functions. This Gopi makes a garland, gives it to Krishna. And Krishna says, nice garland. And Krishna's liking it. And another Gopi says, oh, she made a nice garland. I'll make a bigger one tomorrow. So she makes a bigger one the next day. And Krishna, oh, it's nice. And there's no envy. The one Gopi says, oh, you made a good garland. How'd you make it? I'll show you how I made it. Oh, nice. I'm not going to show you. If I show you, you'll make a garland, and Krishna will take your garland, I won't like my garland. No, I'm not showing you what I know. That's why the big thing in this world now is sharing. One for you, 5 for me. I'll share 1, I'll keep 5. That's not Goloka Vrindavan. Goloka Vrindavan, share everything, get everything. Ye tamam prapadyante tam sajaiva vajanam manavartate manasham parata sarvacha. 4th chapter Gita, 11th verse. Right? Well.
ये यथा मां प्रपद्यन्ते तांस्तथैव भजाम्यहं मम वर्त्मानुवर्तन्ते मनुष्या पार्थ सर्वशः.
Okay. South Indian Brahmin. original stuff. Pure 100%. 100 proof. Sanskrit. I got 3 guys here, all Brahmins. There's another guy, Gopal back there. My brain trust, my think tank, keep check and balance. Jaya Jaya Jaya. Okay, question. Yes.
I want to know how to cultivate our Manjari Baba by reading Srimad Bhagavatam. Because last time you said the 5 chapters is important, and especially this Gopi Gita is very important. But Gopi Gita is, my understanding is most of Gopi Baba. But we need Manjari Baba. Then our Gurudev suggests us, please ask you. Jaya, please.
The question is, how does the Bhagavatam, how can the 10th canto of the Bhagavatam, the various Gitas of the 10th canto of the Bhagavatam, how are they anukulya for Manjari Bhava Upasana? Because we mentioned in a previous class about that. So the first Gita is Venu Gita, chapter 21, and the second Gita is Pranaya Gita, chapter 29, and the third Gita is Gopi Gita, chapter 31, and the 4th Gita is Yuga Gita, chapter 35, and the 4th Gita, 5th Gita is Brahma Gita, chapter 47, and there's also, that's the usual 5 Gitas. So the 6th Gita is chapter 39, called Kura's Prayers or something. It's called Viraha Gita. So how do these Gitas, which are gopis praying to Krishna, how do they help us be manjaris? Because Gopi Bhav, we have Siddhanta given by Guru, or realized however we got it. We have a Siddhanta, Manjari Siddhanta, but we don't have Siddha Bhav. So the Siddha Bhav of Manjari is the same as the Bhav of Radha Sakis. Gopi Bhav is the same, but our Bhav, because we have the same Stairati, we have Madhurarati. Manjaris have Madhurarati, which means amorous loving feelings for Krishna, just like Radharani. So we have to identify oneness with the heart of Radharani and Gopis to get that bhava. Then we'll express that bhava in the mode of tat bhava chatmika bhava. Means we won't have sambhog vilan, We won't mix directly with Krishna. We'll have the same feelings of Radharani. Because when Radharani's enjoying with Krishna, we don't have Radharani's wow, we can't understand what she's feeling. We won't know how to serve her. So these chapters are so important. We read them and hear how these gopis are speaking, how they're glorifying Krishna, how they're missing Krishna. We pray all those gopis in those chapters, bless us with this gopi bhava. This is the bhava we want. We're in Madhurati, but we express it in the mood of dasi. Our mood is dasya bhav. It's called dasi, kinkari. Manjari, it just means a little, like bud, a little bud of a flower. But we're dasis. Dasi, kinkari means servant. We're maid servants of Radharani. We're dasis. Manjari is a dasi. That's our expression of our bhav. Our gopi bhav is expressed by being a dasi. And the Sakhis express the gopi bhav by being enjoyed by Krishna. They're the same bhav. It's called Sambhog Ichavika. That's what the gopis have. But the mantras have tad bhav. Our desire is to relish the food, the mood, the feelings of Radharani when she's enjoying with Krishna. Not to relish the same feelings that Radharani has when she's enjoying with Krishna. Like the Sakhis, they're enjoying the same feelings Radharani's enjoying. Directly meeting with Krishna. Manjaris don't directly meet with Krishna. So these chapters are very important for Manjari Bhav. That's why there's so many commentaries written on them. Vishwanath has Vishwanath's a Manjari, Vinodavallari Manjari. Vishwanath Chakravarti has elaborate commentaries on these 5 Gitas in the Sarta Darshini 10th canto. So we have to study them and pray to Vishwanath that we can get this Gopi Bhav. Because they're full Gopi Bhav, we want that Gopi Bhav. The Gopi Bhav becomes Manjari Bhav in our Manjari Bhav, Dasi Bhav. The substratum is the same. But for the Sakhis it becomes Sambhog Ichavika. These are very important chapters. Venugit, Kartik May, Gaudiya Vaisnavas, they chant Venugit every day for 30 days, Gopi Gita. On a Veena, play Gopi, sing Gopi Gita, play Veena. Yeah, we're waiting for that recital. Just now coming. Is that okay?
Which chapter is most important? Okay, I want to ask you.
What did she say?
Which chapter is most important?
Which chapter is most important among the 5?
Brahmar Gita. Brahmar Gita is only Radharani speaking. Chapter 47. Radharani talks to the bumblebee, Madhusudan. That's very deep and very best.
Do you have a book by your explanation of Brahma Gita?
What?
Do you have a book by your explanation of the
No.
Oh, please write
I'm not qualified. I just listen to it and study it, but I'm not qualified to
Then how to study for us? Some recommendation book to understand Brahma Gita.
read the commentaries of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur and there's also Vaishnava Toshini by Jiva Goswami commentaries also. Vaishnava Toshini is in English by Bhanu Swami. Read those and pray to your Guru for mercy. That's the main point.
Thank you very much.
What's the time now?
20 more minutes.
Any questions from that? Oh, we have live questions. Yes.
Maharaj, in the moment of chanting, Hari Katha, when you get some distractions and some material cravings come, what would be some practical ways of dealing with them? Minimizing them and renouncing them and bringing your focus back to chanting.
You're talking about kirtan, Harinam Kirtan or japa?
Yes.
Japa. Nice question, thank you. So he's asking a question when one's chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra Japa and he gets experiences vikshepa. Vikshepa is a technical term which means distraction. It's a yogic term. It means distraction due to material desires or crazy thoughts. What's the technique to bring our mind back to the holy name and absorb in our chanting? Have you read our book? We have a book called Art of Chanting. After class, this gentleman will show you our book room. He'll give you a copy. You take it free. That's the best thing. No charge. You take it free. You take that book and read it. There's like 60 techniques for answering your question. So I'll tell you one. Not to leave you flat with no answer. One very good one is to meditate on the marks on Krishna and Radharani's feet. And there's a chart in the book, an explanation what they mean. I just had a class yesterday with some disciples, and they're giving me dirty looks now. But, you know, like Krishna's right foot has 11 marks, his right foot has 11 marks called Charan Chinna, distinguishing marks, and his left foot has 8, and like that. Radharani's right foot has 8 and left foot has 11, right? You know? So you memorize those, and when your mind, if you think of those, your mind will become very shanti and very focused. It's a very good way. It's one of the best ways. Should I have a oral quiz now? I'll ask you guys. What? Yeah, yes, sir.
Maharaj, are there any grades of Rajadama last Vrata, or is it only know nothing?
I don't know. I didn't miss the question. I'm sorry I couldn't hear.
Talking about Rajadama Vas Vrat, are there different grades of that Vrata?
Rajadham Vas Vrat. Is there any grades?
Rajadam Vas Vrat.
Do we have some grades?
Like you took a Vrat, never leave Vrindavan, and you never leave. But are there any alternations?
Yeah, my mind's flying. I wish I could take a vow of my mind not to fly away anywhere. My body's parked here like a tree, but I don't know. He's asking are there different grades or levels of Rajavas Vrat. First of all, this is not described in Shastra, because we should always quote Shastra. There's a term described in Shastra called Kshetra Sannyas. Kshetra Sannyas. Kshetra means place. Kurukshetra, the place of the Kurukshetra. The Kaurava family had a civil war there. Kurus. Kurukshetra. Dharmakshetra, Kurukshetra.
Samaveta Yutsava Mamaka Pandavastevakima Kuruvata.
The first verse of the Gita. Dharmakshetra, Kurukshetra, Samaveta Yutsava.
Mamaka Pandavastevakima Kuruvata Sanjaya.
Yeah. So, Kshetra Sannyas, what is Kshetra Sannyas? It means to live in a holy place and renounce your material life. So, Gadadhar Pandit took Kshetra Sannyas in Jagannath Puri. Lord Chaitanya told Gadadhar Pandit in Chaitanya Charitamrita when he went to Puri, because Lord Chaitanya wanted to leave Puri and go to South India. And Gadadhar Pandit wanted to go with him, because Gadadhar Pandit's Radharani and Chaitanya was Krishna and Radharani. So Radharani can't live without Krishna. So Mahaprabhu is Krishna and Gadadhar Pandit is Radharani. And he said, I have to go to South India, I have to go alone. Because I can't go with you because I have to experience your Bob and separation. If you're with me all the time, I won't feel any separation from you. Right? So you have to stay here in Puri. So Gadadhar fainted. But then that pastime in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Lord Chaitanya says, I want you to take Kshetra Sannyas. So that's Shastra for Kshetra Sannyas. So live in a holy place, as a celibate single person, celibate single person is a type of Kshetra Sannyas. So even if you're a lady or a man, you can take what they call Kshetra Sannyas. I'm going to live in Vrindavan, I'm not going to leave Vrindavan. There's different degrees. I don't know about different degrees. Like for example, I used to travel here and there in India. But mostly I just went from here to Navadvip or Puri. and stopped in Delhi on the way through. I went 2 times, 36 years in India, in Vrindavan, and I went twice to Bombay, twice to Bombay for preaching. Otherwise, I just go and wandering from Vrindavan to Navadvip, Puri, and back. I did that for about 10 years or so. But in 2011 or 10 or something like that, I don't remember. I was in Bombay and I thought I was going to die. I couldn't breathe at night. So in the morning I just flew back to Vrindavan. I went to Radha Kunda and I said, I'm not leaving again. I said, all right, please don't let me leave Radha Kunda. That was in 2010. I took Kshetra Sannyas officially by Sankalp. Sankalp means you state, you hold water in your hand, like Ganga Jal, Jamuna Jal, Radha Kunda Jal, and you utter a mantra, Sankalp mantra. So I made my own Sankalp mantra. I said, oh Srimati Radharani, with your blessings, with your mercy, let me stay in Radha Kunda for the rest of my life. When I leave, let me just go to one place, your lotus feet. Then Jaya Radhe, and through the water back in Radha Kunda. That's called Sankalp. Hold water in your hand and recite your prayer. So, still here. So you do like that. You want to stay in Vrindavan?
What is the qualification to stay?
Speak Hindi.
That's too easy.
Okay, you're in. Shinadapi Sinichena Trori Vaseshana Amanina Manidina Kirtaniya Sadari. That's the qualification. Giraj made you qualified, huh? What are you showing? Oh, it's written on there or something?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. It's written on your heart. That's right. You got an answer for everything. You're smart aleck. I'll deal with you after class. Let's start. Unruly. Jaya Jaya Sri Radhe. Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. You have a question? Okay. You have a question? You had a nice smile. You're so nice smile. Okay, you have a question?
Yes.
Okay, I know you did. I know you did. Okay.
It is stated in the Shastra that one cannot approach Radha Krishna without the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. And we cannot get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya without getting the Lord Nityananda's mercy. What is the best way to get fully Lord Chaitanya's mercy, not Nityananda's mercy?
Question is, what's the best way to get Lord Nityananda's mercy? and follow the six Goswamis' teachings. Lord Nityananda was a servant of Lord Chaitanya. And Lord Chaitanya instructed the six Goswamis to teach the principles of Bhakti Tattva and Bhakti Sadhana. Sadhana Tattva. So these teachings of the six Goswamis that Lord Chaitanya taught them are contained in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So one studies the Chaitanya Charitamrita and follows the teachings therein, he'll get the full mercy of Lord Nityananda. Because Lord Nityananda is the servant of Lord Chaitanya. There's a whole chapter, Adi chapter 5. 5 is the glorious Nityananda.
6 is Advaita Charya.
Chapter 5 is the glories of Nityananda. In there he says he's a servant of Lord Chaitanya. He's called Nityananda. He's always blissful because he's always absorbed in the service of Lord Chaitanya. So you become a servant of Lord Chaitanya, you get the full mercy of Lord Nityananda. So one who's following the teachings of Chaitanya Charitamrita and studying it, he'll become a recipient of the full mercy of Nityananda. Nityananda Ram ki, Jai Nitai, Jai Nitai. On the north side of my ashram I have Nitai Dham. On the west side of my ashram I have Nitai Center. On the south side of my ashram I have Nitai Sevika Dasi. Nitai Sevika Dasi. On the south side, she just came back from the mountains. Welcome. I don't know if she's there or still there. Is she there? There she is. Hi. Welcome, Bhagavati. I saw your light on. I haven't had my windows open for 2 months. It's so cold. Oh, she's home. She went to Switzerland for a visa. Welcome home. Jaya Radhe. So, internet. Yeah, okay.
Does Sadguru knows about his disciple that he is assisting him in serving Radha Krishna and Nitya Leela at the time when disciple approaches, meets him for the very first time?
Can you explain it without what you just tell your own words?
Does Sadguru knows about the disciple when disciple approaches Sadguru? So the Sadguru knows about a disciple that he is serving his Nitya Leela at the very first meeting.
Does the Sadguru know the disciple is serving Nitya Leela?
Radha Krishna and Nitya Leela in the first meeting.
It can possibly be true. Some gurus have certain high caliber, highly realized psychic type of gurus may be able to immediately see a disciple, because such phenomena are described in a book called Saints of Braj and Saints of Bengal by O.B.L. Kapoor. You can read in there the biographies of different saints, and there's some Siddha saints, perfected saints, that when they met a particular disciple, they saw they were so-and-so manjari already in the spiritual world. I am not that type of person myself. But is the question, are there such gurus? It's not the definition of a Sadguru to have that ability, but there are stories of such Sadgurus existing. Like meet the disciple for the first time, you can understand their spiritual identity and even tell them who they are in the spiritual world, first meeting. There are stories, I read biographies like that. So you could go try to find someone like that. You say, hello, Guruji, who am I? You're full number 1. No, I mean, Manjari Swarup. Clean the bathroom, will you? Do some humble service first and find out who you are next week. It's possible, why not? Interesting question. Giant question. Okay, don't speak Italian now.
What is the best book for a neophyte that is approaching Krishna consciousness and like Raganuga Bhakti?
What is two questions? What is the question?
What is the best book to read for a neophyte that is approaching Krishna consciousness and Raganuga Bhakti?
For a neophyte.
For a neophyte.
Neophyte.
Best book to read about?
To approach Raganuga Bhakti, what is the best book for a neophyte to start with?
Who's a neophyte? What's a neophyte? Everybody's neophyte. Right? Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. First part, chapter 2, verse 270 to 309. That's about Raganuga Bhakti. Then the second book is Raghuvar Chandra Vishwan Chakravarti, which is a commentary on that. Third book is Madhurya Kadambini. You asked for one book, I gave you 3. No extra charge. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Raghuvar Chandra, and Madhurya Kadambini. That'll get you going. And then there's a book by some guy, MMGD. MMGD, watch out. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Raganuga Bhakti, Amazon.com. That's actually a good book. The summary of all the books I just said. Anyway, it's not a plug for that, but anyway. Wait a question. What's your last question? What time is it?
5 minutes.
4:55.
Okay, question. Chayananda, come on, wake up, man. You're sleeping today.
Yes, today I'm quiet. So what is the MMG? Yeah, I understand. I understand. Yeah,
I'll tell you later. If you're Sunrise to see, I'll tell you. There's a secret code.
Secret code. Yes, it's very.
Watch out for the secret code. Don't crack this code. Call on a Russian computer cracker. Hacker, cracker, what? Hacker is cool.
Wow.
Sorry, right, sure. The good thing is not recorded. What's the question? Forgive us. We're a little crazy this far as out. That's, you know, when Bhagavati moved here, she made sure she built a big wall, you know, because she wanted to make sure none of this craziness gets in her house. She doesn't want any of this crazy stuff to get in her wall, you know. A big wall. First it was small, and she said, wait a minute, this guy's too crazy. She had another 6 feet to the wall. You know? This wall's not high enough. This guy crazy is going to come over the wall. So I was 6 feet more.
Sound delicious.
Forgive us, you know, you're all very sensible people from Mungar Mandir and Radha Mohan's Kripa Patras. You know, out here, we're like a little rocky, you know. We always go around a hill nearby, so we're a little our rocks are a little loose, you know. Right? Okay, question. Okay, wait, you're all the time. No, you already. Anybody do? Rasanandaji. Rasananda, question?
About Guru mercy. It says that to get the mercy of Krishna, we have to get the mercy of Guru. Does it apply only to Diksha Guru or Shiksha Guru as well?
The question is, to get the mercy of Krishna, you have to get the mercy of Guru. Well, firstly, with all respect to you and your question, I don't accept your logic. You said we have to get the mercy of the Guru before we get the mercy of Krishna. Krishna is Bhakta Vatsal. He's loving and affectionate for devotees. He doesn't make any conditions to how he distributes his mercy. Even if you don't have a Diksha Guru, you don't have a Shiksha Guru, you can still get the mercy of Krishna directly. Just by crying for it and praying for it. A baby who cries gets the attention of the mother. Krishna is the supreme mother and father of everybody. So you cry for God, God will hear your prayers. You don't have a guru, you don't have a guru. That's what a guru. You know, don't put too much. Don't make the guru too crazy about the guru. Every jiva has a connection with Krishna. 7:14.
जीवलोके जीवभूत सनातना मनसष्टानीन्द्रियाणि प्रकृतिस्थानि कर्षति.
Bhagavad Gita chapter 7:14 says we're part and parcel of Krishna. Factually speaking means we're part and parcel of Paramatma, which is the expansion of Krishna. Paramatma, the Jivatma is part of the Paramatma. Inseparable. Jivatma and Paramatma are always together. Paramatma is in our Jivatma. So we cry out to Paramatma and Krishna answers. No guru is there. The first time we cry out to Krishna, please send me a guru. I need somebody to teach me how to love, how to answer my questions, inspire me, and guide me. I can't tune in, I can't get your inspiration from the heart. You can get it from the heart also. So you get mercy even without any guru. Don't worry about guru. If you have a guru, you get more mercy. You get more faster mercy. Because there's a verse in Radha Kunda Bhagavatam. Where should I go in? He's somewhere else. In Radha Kunda, Uddhava is glorifying the guru. He says, Acharya Chaita Vavasya. Acharya Chaita Vavasya. Uddhava Mahashaya glorifies Krishna. He said, Krishna, you're so kind and merciful, you appear in two forms. Externally as the Acharya and internally as Chaitya Guru, Paramatma. So you just call, Krishna's already, your Guru's already with you. You don't need any Diksha Guru, Shiksha Guru, Guru Bloop, this, that, who cares? Just tune in the Guru in your heart. You're in Vrindavan, it's easy to tune into the Guru in the heart. Take advantage of the ambience, take advantage of the Kalvariksha trees and the Chintamani Bhumi land you're walking on, and pray to Krishna in your heart. Krishna will guide you in the heart. Go around, Prikama, walk around, go around. Take your time, go slow. Pray to Giraj. Giraj will speak to you. Giraj is Krishna, it's Sakshat Krishna. Krishna in a very versatile form, because Radharani glorified Giraj said, you're Hari Das Varya. You're Hari and you're Das. It's in Venu Gita. There's a verse where Radharani speaks this verse, and she says, Giraj, you're Hari Das Varya. Varya means you're the best. The word Varya applies to Das, and Varya applies to Hari also. So you're the best Das, you're the Das Varya, and you're Hari Varya. Hari Das Varya. Varya means best. You're the best of forms of Hari, and you're the best form of Das. The best servant of Krishna and your best form of Hari. So he's right there. He's right in my hand, in my room, in my temple. And many devotees have it in their hand, around their neck even. So he's Guru. He's the best Das. He's the best Guru. You stay here in Radha Kunda and take shelter of Giraj, and you'll get all your answers from Giraj. I guarantee you. I absolutely guarantee you. Forget about Gurus. That comes later. Giraj will give you a Guru. Giriraj Dharan ki jai.
Thank you, Baba.
Thank you, Giriraj Baba ki jai. That's right. Thank you, Giriraj Baba. Thank you, Giriraj Baba ki jai. Okay, I think that's it.
Yes.
Any last questions? Because you guys came all the way from Vrindavan, so I feel, a little merciful. We can go more, we can go longer. It's not that dark yet. It was one time we talked, it was dark. I was looking like, oh, it's a bit dark. Question. Okay, well.
Next question.
Okay.
One devotee took a Giriraj and bring him to Mayapur without saying anything to anyone. Now he is asking, I have to bring this Giriraj back to Govardhan?
Question is, what's the question?
He took a Giriraj from Govardhan.
Okay, you Giriraj to Mayapur. Okay, now what?
And took to Mayapur.
Okay, good.
And without saying anything to anyone, so he has not received Giriraj from Babaji.
So what?
Only he took. And his question is, oh, maybe I have to bring him back to Govardhan.
Why?
Because he knows that normally Brajabasi must give
No.
Giriraj. It's not good to take, so he's...
The thing is, the person says he took the Sheila, ran away, secretly stole the Sheila, and ran away to Mayapur. Now he's feeling guilty like a thief.
Yes, yes.
Well, if he's feeling guilty like a thief, he should bring it back and put it right back where he found it. But if he has love for Giriraj, because Krishna is Giriraj, you can take him to Skritspa and take him to Zurich and worship him. Giriraj will go anywhere in the world. If you love Giriraj, you want to worship him, take him to Brazil or wherever you want to go. No problem. Lord Chaitanya, look at Lord Chaitanya. When Lord Chaitanya he got to go around Shiva from Shankaranya. Shankaranya, some sannyasi showed him in Puri. He said, I stole this shield from Gauranga. You want it? Yeah, I'll take it. So this sannyasi stole the shield from Gauranga, took it to Jagannathpuri, he gave it to Lord Chaitanya. He said, Chaitanya, charge it. Lord Chaitanya worshipped the shield, then he gave it to Das Goswami. And the Das Goswami took it back to Vrindavan. So the shield's gone everywhere. It's like a dog, you throw the dog out, he finds a new master, You're a master for a while, throw a dog out, he once gets another master. So you go around, went to Puri, then the sannyasi didn't want him, gave Lord Chaitanya, he came back. There's go-around shilas in Houston, Texas, and Moscow, everywhere around the world go-around shilas, aren't there? He likes it. How did he get here to begin with? There's a whole story how Goran came from Ilata Varsha. He came from millions of miles away, being carried by some rishi, Gaudiya Muni or something. No, Palatsya Muni carried him on his hand, and he dropped him off here. So he's a traveling guy, You ever heard of rock and roll? So you ever hear rock and roll? So rocks roll. So Giriraj rolled from Ilata Varsh to this plant, whatever is Varsh is, what is Bharatavarsha. He went from another universe, he came from another universe and came to this universe. And he went from here to there, so he's rocking and rolling. He's an original rock and roller, man. Giriraj Dharan ki jai. Right. I think these are like one-liner jokes or something. Like there's a straight man, there's a joker guy. You know? So the question is like the straight line and then the joke. You know. Why did you go on Sheila? He secretly stole the Sheila. Didn't tell anybody. A really funny story. You should tell. No, seriously, it's not a joke. Seriously, you should tell your friend, whoever your friend is, you tell him or her, you ask him, you say, do you seriously want to worship Maharaj every day for the rest of your life? And you keep him. If you're not serious about worshiping him like your best friend, then bring him back to Vrindavan. Just tell him that. Should make a final, solid, serious statement, the person. Okay, you took the Sheila, somehow you were inspired to take the Sheila, that's a good thing. But now are you ready to take care of this like a child, family member for the rest of your life? That should be the determination. Not okay today, tomorrow. No, not like that. If it's he or she is whimsical or fickle-minded, chanchal, then bring him back. Should make a solid statement, not just make a joke. That's also good. We had to establish the right Siddhanta. Maharaj is Sakshat Krishna, doesn't require any installation, he's completely Krishna. And some Shilas are around Krishna also, together one Shila, so it's even more special. So we have to be very serious about our puja. It's simple puja, Maharaj simple puja. 8 Tulsi Manjaris and a little water and sweet bath, that's it. That's all you have to do. Very simple, but very powerful. That's why he's the best form of Hari and best form of Das. Hari Das Varya. He's the best form of Hari. No better form of Hari to worship than Giriraj. Giriraj is the main Shila for Rag Bhakti. It's the main Murti for Rag Bhakti is Gauranga Shila. Das Goswami showed the example. Viraj Baba Ki Jai. Any more questions? Background. That's our tambora. Like some people that give talks that have tambora and back go ding, 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 ding. I was a screeching monkey. So. Hey, Jai Jai. Any questions? This way, you have a question? No question? Oh, come on. Okay, that's okay. Low battery, still on. So yeah, it works pretty good. There's a good charge, yeah. I charge it. I can stop any time now. Question? Yeah.
Why is the flower on the tulsi plant called manjari?
Why is the flower in the tulsi plant called a manjari? I don't have any. There's some explanations given, but actually your statement is not actually correct. The flower is manjari is not a flower, first of all. Let's define our terms correctly. A flower is one thing. A manjari is the bud of a flower. Flower bud. The flower is it's a very small flower, the tulsi plant, but before it opens up and it's a flower, it's a little purple color, sometimes white or sometimes purple color, light blue, purple. Before it opens up, it's closed, it looks like a little bullet. That's called a manjari. And it has two leaves on the other side with a little bullet. Like, bullet. That's a manjari. So why is it called a manjari? Because a manjari means a flower. The word manjari means a bud of a flower. But then there's some different explanations what it means. Because like the Manjaris are 12 or younger, they're pre-pubescent. The English term pre-pubescent girls means they're not flowering yet. No, a girl before she's a woman, she's a girl. So the Manjaris are like not full women. So they're 11 years old, 12 years old. They're Manjaris. They're above a flower. Radharani and Lita Sakhi, they're flowering. They have some Sakhis have kids. Have children. So the flower is the Sakhi and the bud is the Manjari. So when the honeybee lands on the flower, the honeybee is Madhusudan, Krishna. He lands on the flowers, which means the Sakhis, and he drinks the nectar from their sweet lips. But when he lands there, he's a little heavy. He lands on the Tulsi plant, and he drinks the nectar from the flower. When he lands there, he shakes the plant, the stem of the flower, of the Tulsi shakes. So the Manjari, which is below the flower, not open yet as a flower, shakes. So when Krishna enjoys with the Sakhis, the Manjaris also experience the enjoyment. That's why they're called Manjaris. So Manjari has many deep meanings besides the toxicology, or whatever, botanical. Besides the botanical definition, a Manjari is a flower bud. So there's a flower bud. So Manjari, Dasis, or Radharani are buds, and Radharani is a flower. So the bud is always near the flower. So when the honeybee lands on the flower to drink the nectar, Madhusudan, Sudan means nectar, Madhu means honey. So Radharani's lips are like honey. So Krishna's honeybee, he lands on her lips and drinks, and then it goes like that, the Manjaris go, oh. Manjaris get excited. It's called Bhavalasrati. They get excited, they're lost with Bhav. That's what I can say about Manjaris. It's a pretty rusty question for a brahmachari. I guess you're a brahmachari where you stand from. But you're not, you're a Vrindavan brahmachari. There's a difference between a Moscow brahmachari, a New York brahmachari, and a Vrindavan brahmachari. Different type. And Radha Kunda, no less. Watch out. Okay, let's see. Any more questions? Any more questions? Okay. Actually, we ran out of battery. Wait a second, I'll change the battery. I like your question. Okay, here we go. These are charged. That's pretty good. Set low battery for 2 hours. It was blinking, low battery, low battery. Good deal. So I just go to the end of a cheap guy. I could have changed the battery before I said, let me go. Because I know I have experience with these batteries. Good batteries. Jaya Jaya Sri Radhe. Jaya Radhe. Is Maharaj in Vrindavan now?
Yes.
He's
Now always Vrindavan.
He's not going anywhere.
No.
That's good. How old is he? What is his age?
78.
Takes a couple minutes to warm up, so it's so slow. What's your question? I can start thinking about it. Oh wait, it's ready. Okay. Yes.
I was just wondering if you could just say some few words, please, about in this time of Kali Yuga and in this time of deep suffering and obstacles, both in the mental and in the physical, what should be our purpose as Manjaris or Radhadasi? What should be your main focus? To be happy? To serve? To become enlightened or realized? What do you want to say about that?
Our main focus as devotees, Gaudiya Vaisnava is our main focus. Aradhya Bhagavan Brajay Chaitanya Tadam Vrindavanam. There's a verse by Srinath Chakravarti, who's initiated by Vaita Prabhu, who explains what is Gaudiya Vaishnavism. It says, Aradhya Bhagavan Brajay Chaitanya Tadam Vrindavanam. Ramya Kachirupasana Brajavaduruvir Sakavita.
Ramya Kachirupasana Vargena Yakalpita.
Srimad Bhagavatam Amalam Pranam Prema Pumartaman Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Matamidam Nachacharara. In this verse explains that our whole purpose of life is to worship Radha and Krishna in Vrindavan and Manjari Bhav, Ramya Upasana, worship Radha and Krishna like the Manjaris and Gopis worship Radha and Krishna, live in Vrindavan, study the Bhagavatam, and this is the teaching of Lord Chaitanya. We don't not touch order. I don't care for any other opinion, any other idea. There's nothing else for me to do. So what we should do as Gaudiya Vaishnavas in Manjari Bhava, Kali Yuga, any Yuga, your Yuga, my Yuga, any Yuga, we should study Bhagavatam and meditate our Manjaris through, and meditate on Radha Krishna's Lasaka and do our seva. That's all we have to do. Nothing else. And if we do that, everything will be arranged by Krishna for us. We got our food, clothing, shelter, everything will be done. When we do the bhajan our Guru gave us, and we live the principles, we follow the principles that our Guru taught us, our life will be successful, and we'll go to the spiritual world when we die. We don't have any other duty to perform in this world. The Bhagavatam begins with questions of the sages. They ask 6 questions. They said, what is the duty of one who's about to die? You're going to die, I'm going to die today, tomorrow, who knows when. Someday it's going to happen. So the duty for everyone is to serve Krishna with love and devotion and go to Krishna. We don't care about Kali. We don't care anything about Kali Yuga or any other thing. We have Guru, we have Radha and Krishna, we have our bhajan, and we have to take care of our body, our families, and that's it. Nothing more. We're not the controllers of this world. Bhagavan's controlling the world. We're not prime ministers. We're not army people. We're not anything. We're just dasana, dasana, das. That's our perfection. That's our life. That's our goal. We don't care about the news. Like one time, it's a joke I always tell. Somebody once, about 20 years ago, they said, what do you think of tsunami? What do you think of tsunami? I said, it's very good. It's a very good thing. And the guy said, well, you're cruel, you're no compassion, you're a demoniac person. You think it's a good thing, tsunami? I said, well, yeah, the tsunami is a good name. Because Su in Sanskrit means good, and Nami means name. So I said, the name is very good. You should chant Hari Krishna, it's very good. It's good for you, good for everybody. I said, no, you stupid. There was a big hurricane, tornado, Tufan, and thousands of people died in the Middle East, or I don't know, somewhere, Polynesia, or somewhere in the ocean somewhere. I said, I didn't know anything about it. I didn't hear anything about it. It was last week, it was all over the news everywhere. I said, I don't know. I just know Govinda Lila Rita, you know, I don't know. I'm sorry about tsunami. I chant tsunami every day, you know. So this is our life. The tsunami comes and goes, Kali Yuga comes and goes. What do I care about? I don't care about Kali Yuga. I have my Siddhanta, I have my Guru, I have my Guru Sakhi, and my Seva. I'm busy. I'm busy, guys. Sorry. I hang a sign on my door. Men at work, you know. I'm busy, you know. I mean, like my neighbor Babaji, from early in the morning, 3 o'clock till 10 o'clock at night, she's busy doing bhajan. I'm busy doing bhajan. We don't know what's going on in the world. You know, so you're the same way, you know, so don't worry about it. The world's going to be there whether you worry about it or not. You have to see your Siddhanta, you have to see your Guru Sakhi Siddhanta, you have to have darshan Radharani in this life. That's the thing you should be worried about and thinking about. Radharani, I have to see you, you have to show yourself to me. I'm your dasi, you're my everything, you have to show yourself. And Krishna, I want to see Radha and Krishna together. I want to see my Guru Sakhi, that's important to me, that's why I'm worrying about that. I'm praying for that word. I don't care about this guy, this religion, that religion, this country, that country, whatever. When it comes to my doorstep, then I'll deal with it. Otherwise, you know, I have a phrase in America, I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. When the bridge of death comes in the form of a bomb or a war between different religions in India, I'll still do the same thing. I'm not going to stop doing what I'm doing because there's a war at my front door. War is at my front door, I'll still do this tomorrow. What can I do? My only shelter is my bhajan. I don't have an AK-47 in my temple room, you know. I'll just hold Giriraj in my hand and hard bow, you know. Jaya Jaya Sri Radhe. Thank you very much for coming, everyone from Mandir Mandir, Mahanidhi